And happy Thursday. Welcome in to the Real Monica Adams Show. Another hot, sticky day, and another dangerous one, by the way. We're going to get to the weather in just a second to also give you some news you can use. And we're going to talk about these stories with you a little bit. A very interactive show. I was talking to my husband last night, and he's like, coming up with ideas of different show topics, different guests, by the way. And we always say, is there a particular guest that you would like for us to have on? If there is, let us know. Just shoot me an email. Let me know what that is. By the way, I am your host. If you're just tuning in, Monica Adams. The show is The Real Monica Adams Show. And we say that because we want people to be, again, more real. And we've been doing this now for you for the last couple of years. We want you to have a very interactive role in this. Topics or guests that you would like for us to have on the show, let us know that. Shoot me an email about those as well. And then ideas of where we can bring the show, whether it's in our home state, Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri, across the river in Illinois, or we travel like we did with our Texas Travel Takeover show. We did 11 shows in 3 days in Fredericksburg, Texas. And I had somebody asking me yesterday, do you have any plans to go to another area? Well, the answer is yes. But again, that was quite an undertaking to pull all of that off. But where would you like us to go? Again, we have people that watch us all over or have family and friends that are starting to find the show. So let us know where that is. And let's keep that moving. Again, we couldn't do it without the incredible support of our sponsors. So always keep an eye right here. We want to thank them. Of course, I thank them as well on a regular basis. We couldn't do it without them and without you. So again, thank you so much. As you tune in on this Thursday morning, if you are outside of our immediate area, we always say, somebody let us know that maybe they're by the beach or they're somewhere cool. Maybe you're heading off on vacation, taking us along with you, waking up on vacation with some positivity. That is the best thing you could possibly do. So let's get to the weather for our immediate area. Again, as I mentioned, another hot day in store for you. Unfortunately, in our immediate area, we are expecting a high of 96. Again, very hot and humid, but look at what it says in the red. We have a heat index of 102. So that's the true feel-like temperature. 10% chance of maybe a spot shower. 80 degrees. That's all we're dropping to tonight. So I feel bad for those going to the Cardinals game. The Muni, of course, is open. I'm going to see Come From Away this coming Friday. Cannot wait for that. Anybody else going to the Muni? Well, tomorrow night's still going to be hot, but in the the high 70s, 78 for our low tomorrow night. Might not be too bad. And those fans, I tell you what, those fans really do help. The heat index tomorrow, though, 99 with the actual temperature 92. And again, we've got some slight chances of rain, as you can see. Bumps up a little bit, 40% chance Saturday and Sunday, 50% chance for rain and storms on Monday, keeping the highs in the low to mid 90s. We hit 88 and sunshine on Tuesday, 89 on Wednesday, Thursday, hot again with a high of 90. And we get into 4th of July next Friday, 91 expected. Saturday's high next week will be 92. So again, that stretch just continuing throughout our area. And again, we just keep asking you, we can't say it enough. Take care of yourself, hydrate yourself, take care of your family, your friends. Check on the elderly, keep those puppy dogs inside. And again, just take care of you. Self-care is so very important. So good morning to all of you. Jenny is on moderating for you at home. Julie, good morning to you. Monica. All right, let's see. What are you and Jim doing for the 4th? I would be living in your pool. Well, that is exactly what the plan is. I'm having Jenny, by the way, just talked about Jenny. I'm going to have her family over. I'm going to have Beckett's family over. I'm going to have one of my best friends, Julie, and her family over. And then I'll be making some phone calls for other family and friends to see if they want to come over on the 5th and just get in that pool. So yes, Rose, that is exactly what I will be doing. All right, let's get into some news you can use and let's talk about some of these things. That is one of the things I was mentioning when I was talking to Jim last night. He said, do you think your audience might want more like hard-hitting stories? And I was like, I don't know, Jim, that seems to be kind of completely flipped from what I talk about, which is let's not talk about so much of the horrific things that are going on in the world. But he wants me to ask you, do you want more hard-hitting news? Do you want more current events? Do you want more sports news, entertainment news? We're actually going to put a poll out there to you that says, what would you like to see more of on your show? And we say it's your show because here you are waking up with us every morning, bright and early. And we want to provide for you what it is that you want more of. More guests that are national. Do you want more guests where they appear to us virtually, or do you want them in studio? These are all the things that we want you to answer, and then we're going to provide that to you. We're going to deliver it to you. Okay. In the news you can use, I think you need to know more about this because I don't want everybody going back to their lives believing that everything's okay since the horrific tornadoes that moved through our area in May. So fortunately, there are 2 more disaster recovery centers that have opened in St. Louis City for our victims here. One center is opening today. It's located in the parking lot of Sumner High School. The other is opening Monday, located at the Urban League Entrepreneurship and Women's Business Center. The first disaster center, which is at Union Tabernacle Church, opened on Saturday. That one's on North Newstead. FEMA and the U.S. Small Business Administration will be at the center to assist impacted residents with their disaster assistance applications. And organizers are asking you to apply for FEMA assistance online, or I'm going to give you a phone number right now. You can call this number to apply as well. It's 1-800-621-3362, or if you know anybody that needs to apply, give them that phone number before they arrive at the center to save them a little time. Again, it's 800-621-3362. By the way, the hours and the locations of all 3 disaster centers: Sumner High School parking lot, they are going to be Monday through Saturday, 8 to 7, Sunday, 8 to 6. And again, that is opening today. The Urban League Entrepreneurship, their hours will be Monday through Saturday, 8 to 8, Sunday, 8 to 6. And that is the one that is opening on Monday. The Union Tabernacle one that's already open is Monday through Saturday, 8 to 8. And then Sunday, they will be closed. But again, continue to spread that information because, as I mentioned, there are so many people that have gone back to their lives acting as though, is everything okay? If you haven't driven through the area, the answer is no. Yesterday and the day before that, we had video that was sent to me of these incredible organizations that are coming from all over the United States to continue to help those businesses and people that are trying to get back to their lives. And by the way, I had a wonderful conversation with Charles Peak. Do you know Charles? He's from the Weather Channel. He was in town shooting some footage. You can follow him on X. And I was able to see the Samaritan's Purse was just one of the organizations that he featured. They're leaving on Friday, but they've been here helping out. So again, we have city and states away that people are coming from. But what about right here? Our neighbors helping neighbors. We need to continue to do so. So we are going to be going into the area, doing a checkup a month plus later to see what is still needed. Okay, so that'll be coming up on our show very soon. All right, from a health news standpoint, the FDA is requiring updated warnings about rare heart risks with the COVID shots. And some of you are probably sitting here saying, it's about dang time. I'm one of those. The Food and Drug Administration yesterday said it has expanded existing warnings on the 2 leading COVID-19 vaccines about a rare heart side effect, mainly seen in young men. Myocarditis, it's a type of heart inflammation that is usually mild, emerged as a complication after the first shots became widely available back in 21. Prescribing information from both Pfizer and Moderna already advises doctors about the issue. In April, the FDA sent letters to both drug makers asking them to update and expand the warnings to add more detail about the problem and to cover a larger group of patients. While the FDA can mandate label changes, the process is often a little bit more negotiating with the companies. Specifically, the new warning lists the risk of myocarditis as 8 cases per 1 million people who got the 23-24 COVID shots between the ages of 6 months and 64 years old. The label also notes that the problem has been most common, again, among males aged 12 to 24. The previous label said the problem mostly occurred in 12 to 17-year-olds. So they are updating these. I'm just going to throw this out there to my audience. After everything that we've gone through since the pandemic, are you and your family members, are you still getting COVID-19 shots, or are you just fed up with the way we were all treated and the way we were all misled back then? I think that's the overall message I've heard from those that I've asked that question to. But again, This is your show. Feel free to drop in some comments. Okay, shout out to the Metro East. You got a new restaurant coming. I think you're going to be happy about this one. Salt and Smoke is coming to your area. Yep, the popular St. Louis barbecue restaurant. Planning to open its first location in Illinois, actually, at 410 North Main Street in Edwardsville later this year. The 8th location for Salt and Smoke will be housed in an old fire station, part of a new development that will include a 4-story office building on one side and luxury apartments on the other. Salt and Smoke plans to release more details about the opening later this year, but got a lot of family and friends that are in that area, and I know that they're super excited about that change. Okay, if you are a fan of soap operas, you might know this gentleman. Morning show and General Hospital actor Joe Marinelli has passed away. His agent said the actor had been battling throat and stomach cancer in recent years. His career spanned more than 4 decades. His early career included roles in the mid-1980s on popular shows including Cagney and Lacey, Hill Street Blues, the LA Law series, also in General Hospital in Santa Barbara, more recently on The Morning Show. Marinelli was part of the cast nominated for a Screen Actors Guild Award in 2022 for the Best Dramatic Ensemble. He was 68 years old, extremely young. And I'm just going to pause there for a second. Are you a fan, by the way, of The Morning Show? Those of you that know me, I am a huge Jennifer Aniston fan. I have been waiting for the return of that. And so if you haven't heard, they are coming back in the fall. Super excited for that one. And yes, many people have asked the question, is that similar to what you worked in that business? Yes. Now, it's a little bit escalated. I didn't work in national news, so maybe it is to that level, but so many things that I saw in that series, I could say absolutely 100% yes. And then also, do you recognize this guy? Teen Idol, Bobby Sherman. Back in the 60s and 70s. He's passed away at the age of 81. His smile and fashionable shaggy mop helped make him a teen idol in the 60s and 70s with bubblegum pop hits like Little Woman and Julie, Do You Love Me? Again, he passed away at the age of 81. The death was announced on Tuesday. A family friend posted a message on Instagram that said, Bobby left the world holding my hand, just as he held up our life with love, courage, and unwavering peace. He had stage 4 cancer earlier this year. All right, speaking of cancer, but this one's got a wonderful message to it. This is your feel-good story of the day. You know, I had my wonderful friend, Dr. Martin Hogan on Monday, defying the odds. And there are so many stories of hope just like that. And that's what I want you to think about. If someone was diagnosed with some horrific disease, don't give up on them, because this high schooler says, I got this. Again, he was not expected to live a year. He defied the odds to graduate. He's been battling a rare, aggressive form of brain cancer. Initially told he might not live to graduate high school, but he proved the doctors wrong. And I love that. Gabe Kessel is his name, a high school wrestler from Minnesota battling this rare, aggressive form of brain cancer. And he walked across the stage Tuesday to get his diploma from White Bear Lake Area High School. The milestone came a year after he was diagnosed with this rare form of brain cancer following a severe headache that he had at a wrestling tournament. His dad said it's a day that last year we didn't honestly know if we were going to be at. When Gabe was first diagnosed, he was expected to live just 8 to 12 months, defied the odds, his family, of course, tearing up as he crossed the stage at graduation. In the last year, he's had 4 surgeries, 30 rounds of radiation therapy, 14 rounds of chemotherapy, and he recently had a second tumor show up on an MRI. Unfortunately, he had to retire from the high school wrestling team during his senior year to focus on battling cancer. But he did so, and there was a $120,000 goal that's been set up for this GoFundMe for him. And this is what I want you to do. If there's any of you that have the means and can do so, I ask that you look into that GoFundMe and see if you can help him out. He's continuing to raise more and more and more to get to that goal. I just looked at it, and I think he's at about $75,000 for that $120,000 goal. Let's go to this live. Yeah, $74,770 raised, $120,000 goal. It says Gabe Kessel's grapple against brain cancer. Join his corner. Again, playing off of his years of wrestling. So let's show up for him and let's just say congratulations on the graduation and keep going. Don't give up and keep fighting. All right. In baseball news, the Cardinals were doing great, right? They took 2 from the Cubs. Unfortunately, they were shut out yesterday. The Cubs beat the Cards 8-0, and they will wrap up their series in an afternoon game. It's going to be hot. Woo! 1:15, right at the almost hottest part of the day. 1:15, the Cards and the Cubs wrapping up their series at home, and then the Cards will be on the road playing against the Guardians. That'll be tomorrow at 6:10. We've got some news about Lindenwood University. Congratulations to them. They have been approved for full Division I membership. Yeah, Lindenwood told the NCAA back in January they wanted to move forward with the expedited process to exit the reclassification phase a year early. The NCAA Division I Board of Directors voted Monday to make the institution a full member. And with that approval, Lindenwood will be eligible for NCAA postseason playoffs. Over the last 3 years, the university won its first 2 Ohio Valley Conference Tournament championships with women's soccer and women's volleyball. So congratulations to you. I want to say happy birthday to the woman who does my hair, Sherry Anderson. I love you. Happy birthday to you. And ironic that it would fall on the day of National Beautician's Day. She was like, whoa, are you serious? That's a double whammy. Yep. National Beautician's Day today. It's also National Chocolate Pudding Day. So Sherry, tell somebody I gave you some chocolate pudding. National Barcode Day. National Coconut Day. It's also National Handshake Day. You know, I'm very big on reaching out to a complete stranger, might become one of your best friends. And then National Bomb Pop Day. And I thought that was funny because just a couple of days ago or over the weekend, I think it was, we heard the ice cream man. I haven't heard him in forever. And the very first thought in my head was bomb pops. Now, this one's a talker for you. Okay. So as I go into the break, I'm going to ask you about this particular story and you think about it. You give me some answers to what your mind is thinking. How much do you need to make in order to feel comfortable? Okay. How much money would you need to earn to feel financially secure? What's your thoughts? So I'm going to go to a break, drop some comments in again to feel financially secure. What do you think you need in this day and age? We're going to answer that. I've got some answers for you. And then we're going to get into, do you feel burnt out? Are you exhausted? You just want to give up? How do you move from that burned out phase to a breakthrough and become empowered? That's our topic of the day. We're going to get you interacting with us and have a really fun time. We're going to have to wrap up the show, by the way, just a little early, not majorly, but just a little early as I have to over to my studio for a brand new life coaching client. So we're going to get to all of this. Don't go anywhere.
Carroll House has the furniture you're dreaming of.
For big family gatherings, for entertaining friends, or just hanging out.
For working from home or resting after work.
For kids growing up or young adults moving out.
Whether you're updating your first home, your next home, or your dream home.
Whatever the reason you're shopping, we have the furniture you're dreaming of at Carroll House.
Because you like nice things.
And if you like nice things and you like to take care of yourself, then join us this Sunday. It is Nails and Besties Day. We'll be at Golden Nails at 964 Brookwood Center in Fenton for another mobile Monica. As you can see on the screen, we will be there at 9:30 in the morning broadcasting with all of you enjoying your manicures, your pedicures. They did this beautiful remodel. If you've been there in the past, but you haven't been in a little while, that's what it looks like now. And I can't wait to show it to you live. It's going to be beautiful. 9 of you reached out to me right away and said, I want manicures, I want pedicures, and they're giving a 10% off discount for the bundle of manicures and pedicures again on Sunday during the entire day. As I mentioned, we are booked during the live broadcast, but that doesn't matter. The rest of the day, as they're open, you can come and get your nails done, manicures, pedicures, males, females, your mother, daughters, father, sons, everybody, come on out, support my dear friend Yada and Lynn and the crew again over at Golden Nails in Fenton. I'd love to see you. If you want to come during the live broadcast while everybody else is there gathering around, you can put your name in a bowl. They're going to give away a $100 gift card to one lucky person. And for those 9 that booked their manicures, pedicures right away, they're going to be in a drawing for those 9 people for a wonderful basket that they put together. So some incentives for you to come out. All right, I'm looking at comments. Bab says, no hard-hitting news, please. Okay, I'm putting this out to you. Would you like more sports, more entertainment? Would you like me to focus on the arts a little bit more? Do you want, I don't know, latest pop culture news? What would you like to have more of? That's what we're asking. Julie says, no more shots for me. We were talking about the shots and the labeling of the COVID-19 shots. Good morning, Jeannie from Texas. Love having you on. Yes, happy birthday, Sherry Anderson. Have the best day, pretty girl, Jenny says, for those of you that know her. Diane, good morning. Stay cool to you as well. Please take care of yourself. Okay, I went into the break and asked you this question. So I've given you a little time to tell me, how much do you think you need to make? This is just a simple, you just type in some numbers. How much do you think you need to make in order to feel comfortable? According to a survey, I've got some comments on how much would make you feel financially secure. Okay. I'd like for you to just say, in your own lives, what do you think would make you, and again, we're not saying living lavishly, and that's kind of going to go into a future topic that we have of self-care, where some people believe you have to be extremely wealthy in order to take care of yourself. Thinking of the nails getting done, thinking of paying a personal trainer, thinking of paying a life coach, thinking of doing facials, all the things that people look at from self-care, but there's not a penny you have to pay for meditating, for praying more, for focusing more, for walking. To me, those are all self-care things, and they cost zero. You just have to think out of the box. So there are a lot of people on social media and things that are people are saying, oh my gosh, you have to be crazy wealthy. And that's the thought process. Well, I'm asking you to live comfortably and to live a life that really does take care of you. Come on, folks, just somebody start typing in some numbers. Again, I like for you to be interactive with me. I can give you the news here and give you the information, but I want to know what you think. For me, I would type in right now, to live comfortably, in order, I'm just thinking back when I lived an incredible life when I was in my early 20s working in radio, and I only made $15,000 a year. But guess what? I felt so rich because of the people I hung around, the way I lived my life, that I felt good. Do I want to make $15,000 a year now and live comfortably? No. But I'm telling you right now, could I live comfortably on $50,000 a year? Yeah, I think so. Absolutely. $50,000, $60,000. It depends on, what do you want? Are you living lavishly? Are you buying a house out of your means? Are you buying a vehicle out of your means? Think about those things. And then that will lead into what we're going to talk about today, which is you feeling stressed out. Are you burnt out because you're racing to make more and more and more and more, to do what? Spend more, 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 more. You're just chasing that hamster wheel. But what would make you live comfortably, be able to have more time with your family and say, okay, I'm out there doing my job, but I'm not having to go absolutely crazy. So what do you think? Anybody, just type in some comments about what you think money-wise. Everybody's always waiting for somebody to start it. So I started it for you. But here is what Bankrate says. According to a new survey, 45% of Americans think they would need to make $100,000 or more to feel comfortable. A quarter of Americans say $150,000 or more to feel comfortable. Seriously? On the flip side, 45% of Americans said they would feel financial freedom making less than 6 figures. 34%, here we go, I'm in that. I didn't even read this article yet until I just gave you a number without reading this. 34% said they would feel comfortable making at least $50,000. There it is. How funny. So 34%, I'm evidently in that. Overall, 77% of Americans said they did not feel completely financially secure, and 32% said they did not think they ever would. So based on the latest census data, the median U.S. household income in 2023, what do you think it was? Roughly $80,000, but that is the midpoint on incomes, meaning half of U.S. households made even less. So that is from Bankrate. Again, the idea from all of you, whether you're live or you watch later, is put a number in. I'm actually surprised by all of you. I'm surprised you didn't just throw in numbers for me. As you're tuning in, I'm going to knock on this. Are you awake? Just give me something when we ask you these interactive questions. So 50,000 is what I think would make you live comfortably as long as you live within your means. But the problem you see is that people ask, well, I want to raise, I want to make 70, I want to make 80, I want to make 100. You start getting into the six figures and you start feeling wealthy. To me, all it does is give you a false sense of security. And then there you are spending out of your means. That's my personal feeling. Okay, let's talk about being burnt out. That's the topic that you see when you are scrolling down and coming on. We've got 40 of you on right now, 40 of you being able to interact with us. Do you feel burnt out? I'm going to just ask you to type in yes or no. That's it. It's that simple. Yes, no. And we'll see as a community that we're all coming together. Do you feel overwhelmed? Do you feel exhausted? Are you not getting enough sleep? Do you feel like you are doing everything for everyone? Yes, no. All right, welcome back. Once again, our identifier, it is the Real Monica Adams Show, and we're asking you to answer yes or no. Do you feel exhausted? I'm waiting for someone to say no, and I'm going to go, okay, give us give us the ingredients to not be overwhelmed, exhausted, so we can feel empowered to go from burnt out to breakthrough. Yes or no, yes or no, yes or no. Just type in yes or no, because again, I would like to know from our community, with you 41 people that are on right now, tell me if you feel overwhelmed by life. Before we do that, coming up tomorrow, I can't wait to feature Chef Ed Richardson in our Foodie Friday. And we're going to do a little fitness news for you as well. Crunch Fitness is our national sponsor. Once again, thank you to each and every one of our sponsors. We couldn't do this without you. Crunch Fitness is one of the latest Just Pools, which I'll talk about in just a second. Rose asked if I'm going to be by the pool. The answer is yes, today and as many days as I can throughout the summer. Slyman Brothers Appliances, they are our sponsor for our Foodie Friday. We're going to be featuring Chef Ed Richardson, and they do a partnership with Slyman, and they are with Roth Living. Can't wait. We're going to do a paella. Do you know what a paella is? We're going to do paella, and we're going to do a sweet potato souffle. So looking forward to that. Carroll House Furniture, of course, Brooke and Amy Dubman. We love you. Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa, Defiance Ridge Vineyards, and Dot Fleshman Real Estate Agent. Those are our current sponsors, and a brand new one is coming on Monday. I'm looking forward to introducing him to the audience, and I should say to one person in particular, and you'll understand that when Monday comes around. Well, Crunch Fitness, I'm going to be giving away a 1-year membership, and another thing that I ask you to do is say, I want to be entered. So you can type that in right now. I want to be entered in the drawing for a 1-year membership. No strings attached. We're just giving that away because they are an incredible brand new gym in our area. Florissant and Baldwin are open already. St. Peter's is coming in the next few weeks, and more and more and more to come in your area. If you are in our area, so you can't be in Texas, can't be outside of here. You got to be in our immediate area. Do you want to be entered in to win? If so, you got to get to us right away, because we will be pulling a name to announce a winner tomorrow morning. And then we'll do it again in July, August, September, October, November, December. We're giving away a 1-year membership every month. So if you want to be entered in, just say, I want to be entered. You got to write those words. Okay. You're writing yes or no, and then I want to be entered. It's that simple. And then I'll take care of the rest. Okay, let's go back. Kristen says, yes, exhausted. Again, if you're just tuning in, we're asking, do you feel exhausted by life? Do you feel overwhelmed? Do you feel burnt out? I'm going to run through what that looks like and how we get out of it. Julie Purcell says yes. Rose says yes. Okay, we've got Jenny saying 100% yes. Jeannie says yes. Okay, let's see. Jeannie Stack says yes. Jeannie Kemp says no. Oh, here we go. She's got the ingredients for us. She says at 71, we've worked on priorities and don't worry as much. Now exhausted with the emotions of life's illnesses and losing loved ones. Yes to that. I understand. Absolutely. I'm going to do a little social media check-in. We've got 14 of you right now that can be interacting with us live on Facebook, 21 of you on X. So, hey, those of you on X, Say what you want to feel on Rumble, on YouTube. Instagram's not on today. And I think Jenny said that nor was LinkedIn. So not sure. Again, the software program we have, sometimes some of the other ones don't fire. So if you know anybody that watches on Instagram or LinkedIn, tell them to come on over to some of the other platforms. That's why we're on so many others. So what does that look like to you, right? So we've got two things you're answering right now. Do you feel exhausted and burnt out? Answer yes or no. Do you want to be entered in for a free, I mean, it's absolutely free, 1-year membership to work out at Crunch Fitness, which again is a brand new gym in our area that is so absolutely beautiful. Let me know that. So what does burnt out look like to you? Are you personally or professionally? How about you answer that one for me? Personally or professionally? Type those words in. Personally, wiped out, like you give to everybody else. You're the planner. You're the one that's out there seeking new friends. You're the one looking for a relationship. Does that exhaust you personally? And then professionally, do you feel like you're the only one doing all the work? You try to hand things over. You try to release the reins, but then people disappoint you. I hear that from so many people. They're like, I try not to micromanage, but just when I start to try to trust, nobody delivers the way I want to. And I get that. I do. I mean, not anymore. I've got an incredible team that is really stepping up. I think now more than ever. Shout out to Jenny. Of course, we all love her, don't we? Jenny, Zach, Miranda, Gabriel, Hayden, and then we've got new interns that are coming in the fall, always hoping to keep that moving forward. I feel confident, which is one of the big words you see right there, that I do have a wonderful team. I don't feel stressed out. Sure, I work a lot of long hours, but I feel fulfilled to get up and do this with you. I feel empowered by that. Look at those words on the screen. Do they give you hope? I hope so. Worthy. What stands out? There's a bunch of words there, capable, intentional, empowered, ability. You see empowered so much. We want you to feel that. We want you to feel this main word, empowered. However, how do you get to that when this is what you feel? So what are the signs? You might not even know that you're burnt out. Here's your signs. You're exhausted. You feel isolated. You are wanting to just escape. You have fantasies of escaping. You have irritability. Frequent illnesses. That's the number one thing I want you all to understand. So if you feel that you are sick on a regular basis and you're thinking, why? Why am I so tired? Why am I so run down? Why does my body feel like it's fighting me? Why does my mind feel like it's fighting me? It's because, folks, you need a little shifting pattern. You are in that state of being worn out and maybe looking just like that. Is that how you are? You just want to plop your head down on your desk and just go to sleep? You want to take a nap for hours, which, by the way, anybody that's in the industry of sleep disorders, they would tell you taking a nap shouldn't be more than about 20 minutes. That is supposed to make you feel refreshed. I used to hear that with Dr. Joseph Odile, who we used to have on Channel 2 all the time. And I thought, no, when I take a nap, I want to take a nap for about an hour. I feel like that's what I need. What about you? When you take naps, how long? Do you feel refreshed after 15, 20 minutes? Are you in that category where scientifically they say that's all we need? Or do you feel like me, where I feel like it is rare that I take a nap. If I take a nap, I am in fact like this, going, and I've had enough. And I just am ridiculously exhausted. But according to the professionals, they say you only need 15 to 20 minutes and then you feel refreshed and you feel like you can take on the rest of the day. Well, you tell me, what is your thoughts on that? So let's break this down. Here's some signs of being burnt out. Exhaustion, dreading work. Oh, I want you to focus in on that one. Do you get up every morning or afternoon, evening? Because again, there's all these different shifts. Do you hate your job? Do you hate going into work? Well, sure, then you are going to feel burnt out. Do you have trouble sleeping? Like your mind's racing of, I so hate this coworker. I can't stand my boss. I don't like what we do. I don't feel fulfilled. So that leads to depression, right? You just feel like you're drowning. Somebody needs to throw you that life preserver. You got a short temper, but you're normally a very kind person. No time for non-work related things. I think this is a really important slide for you to be looking at. Again, do you fit into any of those categories? Let me know that. Let's see. Julie says, yes, exhausted. I've been dealing with a medical issue, but things are getting better. Well, good. Well, our thoughts and prayers going out to you, Julie. I want you to get better for sure. Jeannie says, I certainly was exhausted when I was the leader. So many were followers and I just hit the floor running. It is a good exhaustion to have all your ducks in a row. Yeah, that organization, which by the way, people feel exhausted when they're not organized. Rose says, I feel like Julie, the cruise director from Love Boat. I always try to make sure that everybody's happy. Is that the people pleaser mentality, Rose? Yep. And they have what they need, but I don't save any of that for me. So I love the fact that you're typing this. And this is why I want you to be interactive. So why do you think you don't take care of yourself, Rose? We've asked this before in some of the life coaching sessions that I do. Why do you think you don't take care of you? Do you feel guilty that if everybody else isn't taken care of, that if you take care of yourself, that they're going to get mad at you? Let me know that. Kristen says, I used to love those 20 to 30-minute power naps. So you did feel refreshed and ready to go? Jeannie says, same. The ringleader, rounding everybody up. That's just exhausting. Here's how you prevent burnout. Okay. Now I'm giving you the ingredients that you need to suddenly feel the breakthrough and empowered. Exercise. You knew I was going to throw that one in there. Eat a balanced diet. You knew I was going to throw that one in there. Practice good sleeping habits. How many times do I do that? And I think the one that's really important that I probably have never said before is ask for help. See, I could add so many more things in there. Make new friends, get away from toxic relationships, drink less alcohol, stop smoking, stop the bad habits. See, I could go on and on and on, but I've never put that one in. And that's why I picked that slide today. Ask for help. Ooh, I got a chill when I said that. How many of you have a hard time asking for help? As if you feel like you're going to overload someone. I bet you all they're doing is sitting there waiting for you to do just that. Ask them. They would love to be asked. You'll be surprised by that. I started to do it only in the last year. Hey, can you help me do this? Instead of me waking up at 3:00 in the morning, going till midnight. Now it's about 4:30 in the morning, going till about 10. Last night I went to bed about 10, but I felt refreshed. I knew that I was going to have to jump off, run over, and we got a pretty tight day, but I was able to sleep in an extra hour. I was up around 5-ish, laid in bed though, didn't jump out of bed until about 5:30, but I felt refreshed, got about 7.5 hours of sleep. And I'm sleeping better and better and better because I'm worrying less and less, handing things off, asking for help to get all of the work done and to get to our goals. So here you go. Look at these two sides: stress, over engagement, reactive or overreactive emotions, a sense of urgency and hyperactivity. Maybe you have lost or diminished energy. You just feel exhausted again, right? Leading to anxiety, and it is physically tolling on the body. You probably say, oh my gosh, I'm overweight. I look horrible. Everybody's saying that I look like I've aged 10 years. Yeah, because you're not in a good state. Burnout, disengagement, blunted or distant emotions, sense of helplessness, motivation lost, completely lost or diminished, leading to feeling depressed and emotionally tolling. So there's a little difference here between stress and feeling completely burnt out. Stress to me is leading to that. Warning signs. We talk about whispers. I think those are the whispers that are leading you to that state of burnt out. So you got to start taking steps to get you through to that breakthrough. So again, going back to how do we break through? You have to start implementing these things. And then I would encourage anybody to say, hey, I would tell them to add this, this, this. So again, as a community, you all come together to help everybody get out of the burnout phase. If you don't exercise right now, find your way to it. And it is whatever's going to make you fall in love with it. If you want to lift weights, lift weights. You want to do Pilates, you want to dance and do Zumba, you want to go and do hot yoga, you got to find what works for you, because then you'll stick with it. And then once you're doing it, you're going to feel more energized. You're going to feel better about yourself. You're not going to feel like a sloth or sluggish. You're going to want to eat a balanced diet. You're going to want to drink more water. You're going to want to have better relationships. Do you feel it? It feels more light and airy and more calm. Practice good sleeping habits. You're going to want to. In fact, as you work out, you're going to feel like you need that sleep, and you're going to, I swear, I feel it. You're going to start asking for help. So Jeannie says, Rose, go pamper yourself. Yep, that's the self-love. Rose, come and get your nails done with us on Sunday. Everybody else as well. I won't dare let my family see me take a nap or relax. I don't want them to think I'm lazy. Oh my God, Rose, I bet you if you ask them, and if you said, you know what? Do you all feel that I do for everyone? Do you feel like I could take a nap and just take a step away? Do you feel like I could take 15 to 20 minutes for myself and meditate? How much do you want to bet, Rose? They would say, you deserve it, mom, honey, friend. You deserve it. You really just need for someone to say it, don't you? A lot of people in life need permission. They are literally asking for permission. Are you one of those people? You want permission in life to be able to go and do the life the way you wanted to have it lived? Is that how you feel, Rose, and everybody else? Because again, I don't want Rose to feel alone here. She's not. A lot of people may feel that others are going to judge you. I bet you they would say, oh my gosh, no. I should have told you all along, you deserved this. Go. Take some time for you. In fact, they'd probably say, go on vacation. A really good loved one would send you on that vacation by yourself, or a little staycation getaway. Those are some of the best, right? Jenny says that's why clean house and organization is key. If that's okay, everything else is off for me. Learning to take care of me was huge for myself. I always used to put myself on the back burner, and it showed. Yes, Jenny says it takes a village. Kristen says definitely felt re-energized after power naps. Okay, so maybe we got to follow suit with her. Take a 15 to 20 minute nap. Tell somebody, hey, can you not call me during this time? Turn the ringer on the phone off. Turn it to do not disturb so it doesn't come through. Jeannie says, perfect formula. Dear friends are a great help. Girl time, right? That's what we're talking about. Sunday, going to get our nails done. Some people might think of that as girl, right? We said besties. It could be your husband as your best friend. It could be your mom, your dad. Go do that. Go get facials together. Go get massages together. Go for a walk. Go for a hike. Find whatever works and fills your soul. Again, you got to fill that cup up. Rose, Kristen is fabulous. She's a single mom. She does everything. Jeannie says, sometimes for sure. Water aerobics is awesome. Stand up for yourself, Jeannie says. Takes years. However, I just started saying, okay, I'm having me time and pampering. Yes, you tell your loved one, you got a boyfriend, a girlfriend, you've got children. Maybe you're a single mom. Maybe you're a single dad. Maybe it's the friends that are toxic that are exhausting you. You just got to find your voice. That's the biggest part. And that's what I'm actually going to leave you with today. In this burnt out to breakthrough phase, here's what I'm going to give you. We already said, eat better, work out, drink more water, stop the addictions, stop the unbelievable, and I think Jenny wants me to do this on a future show, screen time, the dangers of screen time. I'm literally going to call the show that. The dangers of screen time, because when you are supposed to be present, focused, or you're at work and you're spending time, guess what? You are cheating. You're really stealing money away from the people that you're working for. You're supposed to be focused. You have a lunch break, or maybe they give you 15-minute breaks. Take it then, but when you're supposed to be working, work. And then when you're supposed to be focused on your family, focus on your family. When you're supposed to be present with your loved ones, do that. Stop the constant scroll. This little, I don't have one up here with me right now. The phones that we have, the tablets that we have, the laptops that we have truly taken the place of in-person time and socialization and friendships. It's a dangerous thing. Jeannie says, yes, find your voice. That's the last thing I'm going to leave you with. Find your voice. It is an important aspect of life. And when you start speaking, and maybe we do an entire show if you'd like for me to, how do you find your voice? Okay, those are two topics that I can give Jenny to remind me to do. How do you find your voice? I'm going to tell you right now, when I found mine, my entire life changed. And I realized that that's really, truly all everybody was waiting for, was for me to find my voice. All right, we're going to bring a little faith in, wrap things up. How about we do the one with fashion by God, coming up.
This lady got me in the best shape of my life. I literally didn't know that I could be in shape like that. But the amount that she pours into her clients, and especially whenever you get the one-on-one training, it's mind-blowing. I mean, it was really life-changing. I learned so much about proper form, about nutrition, about just being able to invest in myself. I hired Monica to be my personal trainer, which was one of the best decisions I've ever made.
And I love training her, and all of you making a difference in your life. It means the world to me. Welcome back again to Just Pools. They are located in Arnold, 3987 West Outer Road. Go in there. I don't care if it's just to go in there and get a little floating device or some fun toys. Maybe you don't have one of these beautiful pools, but you like to go to the river or a lake. You can go there for that as well. They've got everything you need when you want to be by water. And trust me, with this hot spell, this is exactly right. That just looks like heaven. That's where I'm going to be later this afternoon, spending some time with Michelle. A lot of you knew Michelle from our early days of the show. We're going to have some girlfriend time. We're going to do exactly what we're talking about today. It's important. Just Pools, we love you. Thank you so much for being a part of our show. Tell everybody, please go there. In fact, they're giving you 10% off Clear Results chemicals, the toys, the games. Just go in and thank thank them for being a part of the show. Tell them, by the way, I'm very big on you, please, telling those that support us that you thank them, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do this continuous love that I have. Just Pools, again, authorized Pentair warranty service repair station. It's pool and spa specialist, located 3987 West Outer Road in Arnold. All right, welcome back. I got a couple questions before I give you this Fashion by God. Jeannie says, have a fabulous day all. Quiet time. She's going to go plant her beautiful flowers. Heather, what do you do when you feel like you're broken and you really don't know exactly where to start to begin healing? You pray. Number one, and by the way, I've said it before, it's important to start a little at a time, not try to be overwhelmed and take on a bunch. She says, how do you stop being angry that you feel like you got the short end of the stick? I have lupus and fibromyalgia, and I just feel like life isn't freaking fair. Heather, thank you so much for being so real and saying that. Heather, I have many clients I used to train when I was at River Chase and Fenton that came to me. It was my beginning years of understanding fibromyalgia. If you have doctors that tell you that you can't do anything, they're wrong. I will tell you, every client I've ever trained that had fibromyalgia felt so much better after we got them to move. They weren't in as much pain as they were when they were just sitting idle. So yes, I understand that you're like, why is the medical side fighting me and against me? But don't give up on yourself. Surround yourself with those that will lift you up, that will be there for you, that will mentally keep you strong when your body's breaking down on you. But I'm asking you to meditate, and I'm asking you to pray, and then find your tribe. Okay, just start small, Heather, and please stay watching this show because I will give you hope every morning. But I ask you to start small, make small little changes, and find some gratitude, because there's got to be something. The hardest part is to find that word of gratitude when you feel like the world's against you. That means you got to sit in silence, sit with your thoughts, and think, yep, this is what I'm grateful for. This is my gratitude. Okay, does that help? I hope. Jeannie, talking to someone special. See, said you've got this. Tell Michelle hi. I will, Julie. I absolutely will. And everybody, can we send some prayers out to Heather? We are a community. We are a tribe together. Let's all send some prayers to her. We're reaching out to her. Okay, I want to thank Jennifer Bonacorsi. By the way, I put a really cool reel out last night. I'm so excited to be their national keynote speaker for their conference. Catherine Graves wrote this book, Fashion by God. It's a 30-day devotional. We're on day 3 of this one. It's called Pants Parade. Make sure you're wearing pants, by the way. I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will guide you with my eyes. Psalm 32, verse 8. How many pairs of pants did you find in your closet the other day? Remember, we told you to go through your closet. Most women I know own far more pairs than they wear. These days, pants are an integral part of most outfits. They can be worn to work, school, even funerals and weddings. Of course, the occasion determines the level of dressiness. Leggings have even made the transition from athletic wear to daily wear. The question becomes, what types of pants go with what type of occasion? And how many pairs do you really need? Well, here are some guidelines to help you sort through the various categories of pants you ought to keep in your closet. Jenny said earlier, going through and organizing her closet makes her feel more relaxed, right? So organization's key. That's the message here. Straight leg, boot cut, knit dress pants go with blouses, silk tops, pretty jackets or sweaters. I'm going to stand up. I wore some pants today. Didn't even know I was going to do this one. I thought I was going to do Jesus Calling. Here's my outfit of the day. Isn't it cute? Little blousey pants with my green blousey shirt, and I feel comfortable and airy and at ease. Straight leg or boot cut, doesn't matter. These are suitable for the office or anywhere you want to project a professional image. The recommendation, 1 pair each, black, gray, navy. Maybe that makes you feel a little less anxiety. A white pair, also nice. I love white. Maybe a winter white or a spring or white. Again, it doesn't have to be stark white. Fashion designers try to add an unexpected touch each season. And this woman says, as I write this, white is trending for fall. So if you like white, you're in luck because it may be here to stay year round. Ankle pants can be worn to the office if there's suit material with a sharp crease down the front. Diane, if you're watching, I'm sure she loves this. There can also be these pants paired with a blouse or a knit top and a jacket. The same advice for number and color as straight leg or boot cut dress pants apply. Skinny knit pants, not leggings, go under longer tops. These can be dressy, but not for the office unless it's a more casual setting. Are you hearing this? What you're projecting reaction? What is when your first impression? What are you doing? Are you wrinkled? I made sure that I ironed my blouse and my slacks and looked great. This combo is also great for a night out. Women with apple-shaped or pear-shaped bodies can choose that look with confidence because it covers their fluffy parts and highlights their thinner legs. Nice to have at least a couple pairs of these pants, maybe one navy, one black. Leggings can go under a short belted shirt dress. Those are really popular, worn with high heels for an office-appropriate look. As a general rule, though, leggings are not pants, ladies. They should be treated more like tights. They should never be worn under a top that doesn't cover the entire front and back of your torso. Giving you some fashion tips here. Use your full-length mirror to ensure this. Ideally, the top will end or at just below mid-thigh. Also, leggings should be of sufficient weight not to be sheer. If you're self-conscious about your legs or don't enjoy showing off your thighs, you might want to pass on leggings unless your top ends at your knees. If you do wear them, you might want to have a black pair, a denim look pair, possibly a white pair. Athletic wear might be current fashion for day wear. Don't wear your Lululemon leggings to the office. Wear a casual athletic look for athletic events, your vacations, time home. Beware of shopping for new clothes while wearing athletic wear. Sneakers and a pair of dress pants just look weird in the dressing room mirror. Not to mention you can't judge the length if you intend to wear the pants with heels. Jeans, by the way, have become ubiquitous. Even casual jeans can be dressed up with a top, a great blazer. That's one of my favorite looks, or maybe a sweater. And a word about muffin tops before I leave you. Women who try to wear a waistband smaller than their actual waist end up looking bigger than you actually are. It's the muffin top effect. Those of you with a loose middle can struggle with that effect, right? So it might be a good idea to wear a fuller cut top to help camouflage the poof. Not talking about a muumuu here. A tailored top in the right size can flow over those bulges. No matter how many pairs of pants you keep in your closet, make sure each has a purpose in your life and can be worn with both comfort and style. So here's the action steps for you. Take out of your closet every pair of pants that's not the size you currently wear. Okay? And then of the ones left in your closet, check each for fit. Are they comfortable? Do you like the color? Do they wear well? As in, do they wrinkle at the crotch or right up in the wrong places? Do they flatter your figure? Do you like how they look? Did you already put a daily Bible reading and prayer time on your calendar? This is your heart action for the day. Do you prefer a study or a devotional? I just asked all of you to pray more, right? Do you have a devotional or a study you're currently using? Do you find a new one for the season? Do you pray best with a journal or not? If you've never tried journaling, find out how to journal with one question, one comment. There's more to that, but unfortunately I do have to rush off. So I've got to wrap up just a little early with you today. But put your hands together, pray more, meditate, clear your mind. Know that you are valued and know that you deserve it. Julie said prayers. Richard, great advice for you. Find your tribe, pray, meditate, love. Oh, I love it. And Julie says, I agree. Cover your butt, girls and boys. All right. Have a great one. Tomorrow morning, Foodie and Fitness Friday, again, featuring Chef Ed Richardson from Roth Living, a little paella, a little sweet potato souffle. Looking forward to all of this and just looking forward to talking to you all again. I love you. Remember what we always ask you to do. Today is National Handshake Day. Find somebody new, shake their hand, and be kind. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow morning.